Hello, Jonathan Doring, Disco Weasel 1977. Well, guess what? I'm wearing a Florida Panthers shirt, but I do have Miami Heat shirts in my dresser behind me. This is a video of my predictions for both of the 2023 NBA Finals and the 2023 Stanley Cup Finals. You see, first, the NBA Finals is going to start with the Miami Heat winning the Eastern Conference against the Boston Celtics against the first timer, the Denver Nuggets. Now, you see the Heat. I mean because the Heat are now in Denver because Denver has the best record for in the had the. I'm sorry, let me put this out right. Oh, I got it. The Denver Nuggets have a better record than the Heat. So that's why Denver has a home court advantage, and that's it. So for Denver, let me just see something real quick. Let me check the. You see, the Denver Nuggets. This is their first ever trip to the NBA Finals. You see, they were one of the They're one of the teams that are from the American Basketball Association. After the whole both leagues have been merged together after the final season of 1976. You see, there are four teams that are in the four teams who were invited to the National Basketball Association after the American Basketball Association went out of business. You have the San Antonio Spurs, the Indiana Pacers, Denver Nuggets, and the Brooklyn Nets. You see, the Nets used to play in New York, where the Islanders play before they moved to New Jersey and then moved to Brooklyn. And it's don't forget, you see, the San Antonio Spurs are the only former American Basketball Association team to win an NBA Finals because they won 5 championships. So let's go back to the the playoffs for the NBA. If I can find it somewhere. Let's go to the West. You see how the Denver Nuggets got to the just give me a second. Okay, here we go. It takes a little while. Okay. Okay, let's go to the first round. How the Denver Nuggets got to the NBA Finals. Let's go to the first round. The Denver Nuggets defeated the Minnesota Timberwolves in the first round in 5 games. And then, okay, then the okay, Denver Nuggets defeated the Minnesota Timberwolves in the first round in 5 games. And also in the second round, the Denver Nuggets defeated the Phoenix Suns in 6 games, and also they swept the Los Angeles Lakers in 4 games to win the Western Conference. And got to the NBA Finals for the first time in history. Now, the Heat has a very awesome adventure. You see, after they lost the opening game in the play-in tournament against the Atlanta Hawks, they defeated the Chicago Bulls in the play-in tournament to clinch the 8th seed in the playoffs. And in the first round, they have upset the Milwaukee Bucks in 5 games because Milwaukee is heavily favored to win this year's NBA championship because they had the best record, and they really he became like the sixth or seventh eight seeded team to defeat the number one seeded team in the first round of the playoffs. They defeated the New York Knicks in 6 games, and also the Eastern Conference Championship against the Boston Celtics in 7 games. Now, about the Heat defeating the Boston Celtics. You see, the Heat have won the first 3 games of that series, including the first 2 in Boston. But the Celtics had tried to become the first ever NBA team in the playoffs to win a playoff series after rallying from an 0-3 deficit. But in Game 7, I don't know what happened to the Celtics, even when their best scorer, Jason Tatum, I don't know how they pronounce it, had injured his ankle. That's what turned the whole 7th game around. Even I have no clue. Did the Heat finally bounce back after that awful Game 6 heartbreaker, or did the Celtics run out of gas? I bet you never know. So, for my prediction for the 2023 NBA Finals, I'm picking the Heat to win in 6 games. So I know Denver is very good, but sometimes you have to slow down the Nuggets' best player, Jokic. I don't know who he's. I don't know how they pronounce his name. That's my prediction. The Heat will win their 4th title in their franchise history and first since 2013 in 6 games. But if the Nuggets do win the championship, that'll be their first championship in their franchise history, even when they got merged, even when they've been merged with the other 3 teams to the NBA in 1976. So let's go to the 2023 the 2023 Stanley Cup Finals. The Florida Panthers and the Vegas Golden Knights. Now, the Florida Panthers had a very, very, very great adventure, very great run to get this far. Now, in the first round of the Stanley Cup Finals, you see the Panthers were down 3-1, but they managed to complete the comeback. Game 5, they won 4-3. Game 6, 7-5, and also Game 7, 4-3. They really shocked the Boston Bruins. You see, Boston's the heavily favored to win the Stanley Cup. They won the President's Trophy anyway. They had a very excellent record, Boston. 65 wins, 135 points, but the Panthers really shocked the National Hockey League by defeating Boston in Game 7 in Boston. And also, let's see something real quick. See, for the first round for the Vegas Golden Knights, they defeated the Vegas Golden Knights in the first round. They defeated the Winnipeg Jets in 5 games. And also in the second round, the Vegas Golden Knights defeated the Edmonton Oilers in 6 games. And for the Panthers, they defeated the Toronto Maple Leafs in 5 games. And for the conference finals, let's go to the East. The Panthers swept the Carolina Hurricanes, the Metropolitan Division champions. And also, the turning point is those overtime winning games. You have the first game, the Panthers won in the 4th overtime period because of Matthew Tkachuk. And also, Matthew Tkachuk had been a hero again in the second game after defeating them in overtime again. Won the first two games in Raleigh, North Carolina. Then in Game 4, Matthew Tkachuk was the hero again in Game 4. Got the game winner, series clincher with 4 seconds to go in that game. So anyway, it's a good thing the Panthers got a very long rest, like about 10 days, because the Vegas Golden Knights had defeated the Dallas Stars in 6 games. You see, both teams. This is their second trip to the NBA Finals in both their franchises. You see the Florida Panthers. This is their first ever, and you see their first trip to the NBA their first trip to the Stanley Cup Finals was 1996. They were swept by the Colorado Avalanche back then. And for the Vegas Golden Knights, this is their first trip to the Stanley Cup Finals since their inaugural season of 2018. They lost to the Washington Capitals back then. But this is going to be good because one of these teams will have a chance to win their first Stanley Cup in franchise history. So if Vegas wins, they'll do it in their 6th season in their franchise. And also for the Panthers, they'll win in their 30th year of their franchise. So here's my rat. That's what happened. This is my classic rat. This is for the Panthers' magical run to the Stanley Cup Finals way back in 1996, before they were swept by the Colorado Avalanche way back then in 1996. When Scott Mellanby killed a rat in the Panthers locker room in the Panthers old arena, the Miami Arena back then, during the Panthers home opener against the Calgary Flames. But let's see if the Panthers can win the cup. If they win it at home, they better hold their rats until the final buzzer, or even they scored an overtime goal, because they can't throw rats onto the ice. It will delay the game and give the Panthers a penalty for that. And speaking about most valuable player, you see, because my prediction for the 2023 NBA Finals, the Heat will defeat the Denver Nuggets in six games. I believe Jimmy Butler will be the most valuable player of the NBA Finals, and there's a trophy for the most valuable player of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Is the Conn Smythe Trophy. It has a replica of the Maple Leaf Gardens, the old arena for the Toronto Maple Leafs, because Conn Smythe was one of the coaches or founders of the Toronto Maple Leafs way back 100 years ago. So if the Panthers do beat Vegas in 6 games, I have 2 options. Either it's going to be Matthew Tkachuk or their goaltender, Sergei Bobrovsky. So here's good luck to the Heat in the 2023 NBA Finals. So the NBA Finals will be televised on ABC here in America. It will start tomorrow, June 1st, and for the Stanley Cup Finals in Vegas, it'll start on Saturday night, June 3rd. So Vegas have more points than the Panthers, so they got the home ice advantage. So good luck to the Heat and good luck, Panthers. And here's to the Florida Panthers fans, even with this rat here. Thank you very much. Over and out. This is me, Jonathan Doran, Disco Weasel 1977, saying goodbye. Good luck, Heat. Good luck, Panthers. And here's to this rat. Say goodbye to the rat.